Hello everyone, you're watching PC Helper and welcome to another video in the Python 3.9 tutorial series. If by the end of this video you feel like you have learned something today, then please leave a like and also don't forget to subscribe to PC Helper for regular content. So in this video we'll be talking about two topics. First one is variable scope and second one is keyword arguments. So let's get started with it. So first of all, let's talk about variable scope. So for example, we have a variable named x and the value of x is, let's say, PC helper. And we have two different functions. Oh, my bad. We have two different functions. Let's say the name of our first function is a and the name of our second function will be b. But first let's define a. What a will do is it will just print the value of x. And what b will do is define b. B will also just print the value of x. So they are two similar functions. And now I will call a first. Let's see what happens. I'll call a here. And now when I will execute this program, you will see that PC helper is printed because when we will call a, it will print x and x is equals to PC helper. And now let's do the same with b. I will call b now. And now PC helper is printed twice because b was also the same because we printed x in b and x is equal to PC helper. Now let's make a few changes to this program. Let's say instead of defining x outside and above these two functions, let's define it inside one of these functions. So now we have defined this x is equals to PC helper inside function a and not inside b. And now when I will execute this program, I will just call a for the first time. Then PC helper was printed. But what if I'll call b also? And now when I'll execute this program, I got an error that name x is not defined. This happened because x is equals to PC helper is defined inside the function, so only this function can use this variable. So if a variable is defined outside or above a function, then all the functions of this program can access this variable. But if a variable is defined inside a function, then only that function can access this variable. So what if I'll just define, let's say, it in x equals to PC helper inside b, and now when I will execute this program, so first of all, let's just execute b, just call b, then PC helper was printed. But when I will try to call a, I will get an error because x was not defined inside a. So this is called variable scope, that if a variable is defined outside or above the functions, then all the functions can access it. It is called a global variable. But if a function is defined inside a function, then only that function can access that variable. So this is the concept of variable scope. So now let's come to the second concept of this video, that is keyword arguments. So we have already talked about arguments and default arguments in previous videos. So if you haven't watched those videos, then watch those videos first and then come back to this video. And now let's say we have a function named info and we have three arguments, and all these three arguments have some default values. So let's say the first argument is name with default value, let's say Adam. We have second argument age, let's say default value to be 20, and third one is location and let the default value be equal to USA. So now let's just write a colon here to define this function, and here just print the value for name, age and location, as simple as that. So here if I'll call this function info without passing any arguments, passing any values to these arguments, and when I'll execute this program, I will get value Adam 20 USA as an output because I printed name, age and location and I had some default values for all these three things. So Adam 20 and USA was printed. So this must have revised the concept of default arguments. And now let's say we pass three values here. Let's say first value to be equal to PC, second to be age to be 35, and let's say the next location to be India. And now when I will execute this program, now PC will overwrite Adam, 35 will overwrite 20, and India will overwrite USA, and PC 35 India will be printed. It is really simple. But now let's talk about keyword arguments. So let's say we have a case where the name of another user is Adam, age is also 20, but the only argument that we want to change is location because this time Adam of age 20 is from, let's say, Belgium. So instead of let's just write Belgium here. And now when we will execute this program, then Belgium will replace Adam instead of USA because our Python program do not know that which argument it has to replace. in these cases, keyword arguments comes handy. So if you want to change the value of only few of the all available arguments, then you can simply write the name of that argument. So the name of that argument is location equals to Belgium. And now when we will execute this program, then the value for name was default value Adam. The value for age was default value 20, but the location was overwritten and Belgium overwritten USA, and you can see that Adam 20 and Belgium was printed. So this is called a keyword argument. So while passing an argument value to an argument, if we write the keyword of that argument, then we can specifically assign a value to one of those arguments, while the other arguments will have the default value. So here let's say we have another user whose name is different, location is different, but age is only 20. So we can just change name, let's say, to equal to let's say Mike, and comma, location equals to Belgium. And now when we will execute this program, then Mike is printed, Belgium is printed, and the value of age is 20. That is the default argument. So that is it for keyword arguments and scope of variable. So I hope you like this video and things are a bit more clearer now. So if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. If you like this video, then please leave a like. I'll see you guys in the next one.